Alright, everyone, now it's time for the final episode review of the day, Like a Virgin. So, let's take a look at it. Veronica looks at photos of Lily Kane's murder site that she found earlier. Then, Cliff McCormick enters and Veronica asks him for entry into death row to see Abel Koontz. Cliff denies her advances. Later that day, after gym class, Veronica finds that her clothes are missing and that someone stuffed them in the toilet. Ugh. A year later, Meg Manning gives her uniform to Veronica. Meg goes over to her friends, one of whom is Duncan Kane, and they talk about a popular purity test. Later, Veronica and Wallace are hanging out, and Wallace's mom, Alicia, eventually barges in and berates him privately for being friends with Veronica. Veronica finds a website where she can look up the results of anyone's purity test. There is chaos at school the next day after someone makes the results of the test public. Veronica then tells Meg that she will find the person who made the test public. Later that day, Veronica visits Mac when she needs help with a computer problem. They start to investigate who made the results public. Later, Veronica spies Alicia with a man at night. Later that day, Veronica meets Meg, who tells her that she's being harassed. It turns out that Meg's sister actually created and published a test specifically for her. Bum bum bum. Veronica goes to an attractive IT faculty member who refuses to give her a student's password. A few moments later, Meg fails to audition for Cabaret when other students harass her. Veronica emails Abel Koontz under a fake name in order to get access to his cell. Later, Keith fails to convince Mrs. Fennell to give her his help with the tenant, the man he saw earlier, who is being abusive towards her. In addition, Veronica receives a call which states that Koontz has accepted her visitation request. The next day, Veronica questions Meg's sister, but she says that Meg didn't come to school that day. It turns out that Meg received erotic letters from a crush when on vacation. Ugh. Wallace decides to sleep over at Veronica's house after the tenant becomes more disruptive. Keith does some work on the Fennell case and eventually catches the thief attempting to steal some food. Keith attempts to force him to leave the house by 6 a.m. He eventually succeeds. Veronica does some more research with Mac, and they eventually find that someone is logged onto Veronica's account. Veronica eventually finds an empty computer in the journalism room which contains an embarrassing, untrue email. Yeah. Veronica eventually tracks down the suspect, the IT guy, while he is having sex in a car. She confronts Kimmy, the girl who was involved with the IT man, but she states that she was not involved with Veronica's purity test leak, only Meg's. She blames another student, Pam, for Veronica's cyberbullying. Later, Meg thanks Veronica. Veronica talks to Duncan and says that the email was fake. However, he jokingly responds, indicating a possible new emotional connection between the two. Mrs. Fennell visits Keith and thanks him, also indicating that they will allow their children to still be friends. Veronica visits Abel Koontz. The visit starts to go well, but Abel Koontz once again confesses to the murder and states that he recognizes her. He puts it in her mind that she is not possibly Keith's daughter, and is in fact the daughter of Leanne and Jake Kane. Veronica goes into her car and breaks down, sobbing. Oh, that's gotta sting for her. So anyway, let's look at some cultural references here. A variety of pop culture references are made in the episode. The episode's title refers to Madonna's sophomore album Like a Virgin and its lead single of the same name. Meg and Kimmy both auditioned for the lead role of Sally in Cabaret. In addition, the episode mentions the title song of the musical. Meg was the lead role in Guys and Dolls. Cole references the Lewinsky scandal when stating his relationship with Meg by using the phrase, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." Veronica refers to the science fiction comedy film Repo Man. Now on to the music. The following music can be heard in the episode: Hands on the Money by Kids Symphony, Don't Tell Mama from the musical Cabaret, sung by the characters Meg Manning and Kimmy, and Don't Let It Get You Down by Spoon. And now, finally, onto the production. Series regulars Jason Dohring and Francis Capra, who portray Logan Echolls and Weevil Navarro, respectively, do not appear in Like a Virgin. Although credited, Cindy Tamia Portier, who previously played Veronica's journalism teacher Mallory Dent, does not appear, as her last episode was The Girl Next Door. In addition, the episode features the first appearance of Cindy Mack Mackenzie, who will later become a series regular in the show's third season. Like a Virgin also marks the first appearance of recurring character Meg Manning, who will later appear in 10 episodes over the course of the show's first 2 seasons. During casting, Tal was series creator Rob Thomas's second choice for the character of Veronica Mars after Kristen Bell. However, Thomas enjoyed Tal's audition so much that he created the character of Meg Manning specifically for her. Huh, that's pretty cool. So overall, I do like this episode a lot, and the character Meg Manning is actually pretty cool. And, fun fact, she's played by the same actress who would later go on to play the role of let's see here, of Jo Harvell in Supernatural. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So overall, I give Like a Virgin 4 marshmallows out of 5. Well, tune in tomorrow as we take a look at Drinking the Kool-Aid. So, until then, remember everyone, the game's afoot.